What's going on? So, I had to kind of come back on before I wanted to because a few other things came in the mail. Charli XCX. And the name is Charli, the album Charli. This is not her most recent album, but, or I'm sorry, the name of the album is Next Level Charli. Just amazing features on here, really progressive pop ideas that show up in the production and the beats on this, with songs like Next Level Charli. White Mercedes has one of the best choruses in pop from, last decade. This came out in 2019. The song Blame It On Your Love featuring Lizzo. Just really fun, well thought out, well crafted pop songs on here. So definitely, and it's a double LP. Definitely check it out if you can pick it up. And then I was waiting for a Swans album that did not come. I thought it was going to come, but what did come in the mail is this Burning World Swans tape. So the thing about this tape is that it is from, it's unsealed from its release in 1989. So it's as old as I am, which is kind of crazy. But I know Michael Gira is not, it's not one of his favorite releases that he's worked on, for various reasons. But it is one of my, I don't think it's a terrible album. It's definitely listenable. There are some great moments on it, kind of like neo-folk type stuff. And it is like one of my favorite Swans releases, even though, I'm more kind of partial to, I like more of the stuff that's kind of like To Be Kind, that kind of like building, driving rock, experimental rock music with like these amazing kind of epic finishes. So, but I really think this is like kind of an oddity in the discography, and a lot of it is good. Definitely a lot of hits, more hits than misses on the Burning World. So this is still sealed. So I think I may just keep it sealed. See if it kind of gains, in price over the years. But obviously, that's not why I collect. I collect to listen to the music. So Charles Mingus, one of the more famous and best releases of the, golden year, if you will, of 1959 in jazz, which obviously included Miles Davis, Kind of Blue, Ornette Coleman, Shape of Jazz to Come, etc., etc. And I think is probably my favorite from 1959, so had to go ahead and pick it up. This one came out on the DOL label, and it said limited blue vinyl. So, I was kind of like doing a little research. It seems like they've been associated with some labels, or a label that did unofficial releases, but this one is official from what I understand. So, I guess that was kind of cool. I haven't listened to it yet, but from what I've read online, some of the DOL releases do sound good. So hoping for the best with that one. And this is one flexi disc I forgot to show in the last video from the HMLTD limited edition West of Eden vinyl that they were selling on their Bandcamp. This is kind of funny. The song is called Flex, but it's actually a pretty fun, kind of dancey post-punk track. And I'm not sure, I think maybe it just replays on the B-side, but that was kind of cool to get, in the limited release from West of Eden. And I guess I will now show this one. I'm kind of just like going off the cuff here. I just said to myself, like, I'll look at the records and just pick one of the newer things that I've got, and this is one of them. When this whole like emo craze was going on, I was probably, like sophomore or junior in high school. I think when this came out, My Chemical Romance, Black Parade, I was a senior in high school, so I was like kind of past, I guess maybe a little bit past the angsty teenage emo phase that I had, explored earlier in the last decade with, groups like The Starting Line and, early Brand New before they got good. Taking Back Sunday, the more overblown, overdramatic Thursday records. So, I had already been kind of introduced to that world, but My Chemical Romance was definitely, obviously one of the more popular groups from, I'd say, kind of like the late stages of the third wave of emo from last decade. And, this album specifically, but the one that came before it, I believe, 3 Cheers for Revenge or something like that. Yeah. Anyway, I'll look it up later. But I enjoyed that album too. It was, it had a lot of heart, and the songwriting was there for the most part. The performances were good, and that kind of continues on the Black Parade, but more of even more of a kind of running theme. Obviously, ends up on this the Black Parade, which is like a rock opera of sorts. With more kind of emotional rock sort of leanings than the previous album, but there are songs on here like Cancer that they're just like kind of beautifully written ballads and you know, great production and rock instrumentation to go along with the great performances by lead singer Gerard Way. So I would definitely say if you kind of dismissed this album or, you know, their previous album, definitely maybe check it out, because, you know, I think, you know, a lot of the people who watch my videos, I feel like for the most part, we listen to a lot of the same music. You know, not, obviously not everyone who's subscribed, but not saying there's a lot, but, you know, I'd say probably most of the people, you know, we have kind of similar tastes, and I think you might find a lot to like about The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance, so definitely check it out. And this one's cool. It's got a etching on the fourth side. Not sure if you're gonna be able to see it. Maybe if, let's see. Well, anyway, if you can see it, you can see it. But it's more or less just a. They just, you know, they put the cover of the album on here, and it looks, you know, pretty cool for what it is. But that's about it, and, you know, same as always, gonna try and come back on as soon as possible, most likely within the next few days, so just, you know, keep checking back and what have you. Stay safe, and, you know, see you guys and girls later.